65. Welcome, Hans Kelder. Morning, it's time to talk to the hands.
How you going, Scotty?
We were going to have our banjo introduction for you today, but we didn't quite get organised.
I actually thought of Brian Ferry, Let's Stick Together. That might be a better theme.
I'm liking it.
Not bad.
We'll work on that.
Now, we're going to talk this morning about nagging. See, Joe and I have no experience in this, so you have to kind of inform us.
So what I'm going to talk about is how you can actually create a nag-free zone at home. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of guys in therapy tell me that their wives nag them, you see.
Right.
And I mean, can you guys, and what happens is that when women nag, it's actually quite irritating. You know what it's like, that
just tread carefully here, okay? Just tread carefully, Joe.
When I'm nagged, I tell you what the male brain hears. It sounds a lot like...
We've just lost half our audience.
You better watch it. So what I'm saying is actually that it's up to the guys. It's the guys that can actually create the nag-free zone. Because this is very important actually, because in my therapy I've actually asked women, do you enjoy nagging? And I haven't had any. And so in all my years of research, I've done like a research. I've asked women, do you enjoy nagging? And not one has said, I enjoy nagging. You do not get women lying in bed at night thinking, how can I nag my husband tomorrow?
Oh, so where's it come from?
It comes from blokes. It actually comes because the guys aren't actually connecting with their wives at a moment that is crucial. They're not actually listening, or they're listening but they're sort of not absorbing what she's saying, not picking up on the emotions.
Okay, all right. In my case, just say, my wonderful wife, who I love dearly, she's the most amazing woman in the world. Need to get out there first. Sometimes, she'll ask me to do something, and I'll say, yeah, sure. And I have it in my head. It might not get done for a couple of weeks, and then she asks again. I'm like, yeah, I will. But I just don't have time at the moment. And then she asks again, and it's like in my mind I've got it there, it's on the list, but it's not at the very top of the list. I mean, what about that?
Well, I'll tell you, before we go there, Scott, let me tell you that some guys can actually tell their wives are upset with them before they even say a word. Guys are very sensitive. A walk, a look, and they know it's coming.
Yeah.
And so what I try and tell guys is this, is that if your wife is coming back to you over and over again, she's upset about something. So what it means is that it sort of sits there like a lump, and she needs to express to you that she's actually concerned. And what I tell guys is this: when your wife is a pain, that's what we hear them as a pain, she's actually in pain. So the reason why she's asking you to do something is because she's deeply concerned about this thing. But what she's hearing from you is that it's not important to me, and therefore, it's not important. But what you need, but what you need to communicate is that you need to pick up that if it's important for her, it's important for you. If you can communicate to her, yes, I'm hearing this. I hear that you're concerned about this. It's important to you, and if you pick up that, and then you'll find that you'll probably respond differently than just saying, oh, don't worry about it.
All right. So what should I do? I mean, I say, look, I see that's really important to you. And it is to me too. I'm going to get it done. Like, can I? Do you mind? Next Saturday is the day I'm going to get that done.
Yeah. So,
a specific time, or
what women need to understand is that if they feel strongly about something, you need to pick up on the feeling that they're concerned about this.
Acknowledging that.
Yep, acknowledging that, and also they need to be assured that you're respecting them. That this is important, and if you can give them some time that you're going to do it, that is definitely helpful. So if you give them a time that, at least at this time I'll try and do what needs to be done.
And us doing that would create then a nag-free zone, because there'd be nothing to nag about. They're heard?
They're heard, yes, that's the important thing. The important thing is that they're heard, and that you pick up again on the emotion that's there. So what I find is, for example, a woman might say, darling, when are you going to visit the doctor? You've run out of blood pressure tablets, you see. A guy could hear that and go, get off my case, I'll do it, all right? But what you need to hear is that she's concerned about your well-being. She's concerned about your health. She's concerned about the fact that you really need this, because she doesn't want you to have a heart attack.
So it's a relationship. She wants to be close.
Yes. And so if you pick up on the concern, if you were to say to that, darling, I really appreciate that you care for me, that you care about my health. Yeah, look, it is important. It could be more important to her than to you, but you need to say, look, I see that this is important to you. I'll do it. Actually, do me a favour. Could you send me a text message during the day to remind me to make a doctor's appointment? I'll guarantee it. She'll come back to you and ask you whether you've done it or not, because she'll need to know. But the fact is that you've sort of respected her in the first place in doing this has changed that. She'll come back to you, be able to say that you've done it. If you haven't done it, you're still going to say, look, I know I muffed it up, but I understand that this is important to you. You always need to say that. That relieves it, because that makes her feel respected, you see. And that just tones it all down. She feels relieved at that point.
My wife, she's over that, because I'm really bad. Like, I just won't call the doctors, I just suffer through. You know what she does now? She says, hey, Wednesday, 10 o'clock, booked in for the doctors, be there.
That tells you that she's concerned, see? She loves you, Scotty, she cares for you, and that's why she does that, because she doesn't want to get on your case, she'll do it for you. So,
Scott, that's actually what's referred to as the post-nagging zone.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, she realises that there is no point nagging you anymore, just go and do it. What I like about my relationship, Hans, my wife does not nag. She's a get in there and just do it yourself kind of girl, and if I haven't done something, she just takes the reins, she just sorts it out.
Nice.
And I wind up looking like a bit of a goose a lot of the time.
Yeah. Hey Hans, we've got to leave it there, but thank you so much for that wise advice today. Hans Kelder.